Greetings everyone, my name is Peter and I'm from Junmay Label and Textile. I would like to thank you for tuning in to our presentation. And to start our presentation, I would like to quickly introduce our company to you. Our company, as you can see on the slide, is called Junmay Label. So we are the largest label company here from Taiwan, and we also make various kind of textile from our company, including webbings, including fabrics, including other jacquard applications, which I will be showing you later on. As you can see, we have a nice map over here. We are a Taiwanese company, and we are headquartered in Tainan, Taiwan. And we have factory facilities in China and Vietnam. As you can see, we are very strategically placed in Vietnam for our clients and brands, which they have production there. And we also have a production sites in India. And of course, we can help you from here. And we also have agents in United States, and we visit to Europe, before the pandemic, so I'm sure we can help you wherever you are. And after the presentation, you can always, feel welcome to contact us, and we look forward to hearing from you or any inquiries or questions you might have. So once again, a nice photo of our headquarters in Tainan. So we are, we have 40 years of experiences in jacquard woven materials, and we are from this nice headquarters where we do our innovation, where we do our R&D, and we do our marketing, and so on and so forth. And we come up with seasonal catalogs and seasonal, new innovations every, let's say, 3 to 4 times a year. So I will be showing you just part of our innovation in the following slides, and you are always welcome to contact us, and where we have digital and physical catalogs to present to you, and of course we are happy to have any kind of conversation with you and for your development needs. And here's to showcase our jacquard weaving looms to you. And as mentioned, we make more than just jacquard items, but we want to focus on our jacquard innovations here. So our event topic today is called Innovative Green Jacquard and its Applications. So here's our demonstration of our jacquard looms, which they are the most advanced and the newest looms out there in the world. And we have many kinds of different variations and different width of such jacquard looms to suit your needs. And so they are also very fast, and so our capacity can always help our clients and to whatever quantity they are demanding. And here comes the main topic of the day. I'll be staying in this style for a little bit, so feel free to kick back and just enjoy whatever comes next. So for jacquard materials, we have at least 2 yarns, right? So let's look at the nice smelly patches over here. So these are our woven patches, right? These can also be applied onto, say, woven tapes or, say, woven jacquard fabrics. So let's look at the yellow one, shall we? So these are the solid flocking yarn patches. So it's consisted of 2 kinds of yarn. So one would be the flocking yarn, and in this case, it would be a standard black yarn. So for our innovations, on the left, you can see we have a variety of yarns that you can choose from. So we can have not only 1, but 2 or even more of our innovative yarns to be put into use of your development of fabrics or accessory. So let's go through some of them. As you can see, we have a nice recycled polyester at the very top of the list. So all of the yarns on here that are labeled with the stars are our polyester-based yarns. So with all these options, we offer 100% recycled contents. As you can see, let's pick one, shall we? So we see a flock yarn. There you go. On the nice yellow smelly patch here, we can use 100% recycled flocking yarn. Not only in yellow, of course, but we can dye into whatever color you may want. And for the other yarn, the black yarn, we can go with, let's say, a tencel yarn, or let's say a metallic yarn for whatever development. So if you have more than 3 colors, we might even add a little bit more, but you can see my point here. We have endless possibility of options to combine the different kinds of yarns into your application. Let's just imagine. So let's say you have a jacquard fabric development. So we can mix with, let's say TPU yarn for strength, and we can mix that with let's say a spun recycled polyester for being green, or so on and so forth. Just to go through some other green materials that we are offering. So as you can see here, we have dope dyed yarns to choose, or we have upcycle coffee yarns, we have upcycle oyster yarns, and or we have, let's say, on the right bottom left, we have a hemp paper yarn. Also, all these are green options of yarns that you can choose from for your development of label, fabric, or other trims, including webbings. Okay, so let's visualize it a little bit, shall we? So on the left, we have a pre-dyed color yarn. So of course, we have dope dye option. Let's say we have recycled polyester yarn here, and we can dye it to your customized color. So in this case, yellow again. And we can then twist these yarns into, on the right, which is our fancy yarn. So we can twist them, using different kind of thickness, deniers, that we can use them to twist into our twisted yarns, which we call them fancy yarns, which it will create very nice effects on the developments that you have on the, for example, if you have thick yarns, thick denier yarns, we can create a flocking effect, which will be very nice for you for the development that requires, let's say, a high abrasion or flurry texture to it. So here's just a nice demonstration of how our yarns can play together, and we can even twist them together to create different effects. Aside from the green yarns materials that I was mentioning, another trend everybody knows is we have, like turning trash into, we're trying to upcycle everything that we use. Like we mentioned, we have upcycle yarn, oyster yarns, but here is the true, turning the trash into, gold kind of scenario. So, so on the left, you can see here's a demonstration. So on top, you can see these are the production waste that we use for our woven materials. So they are the, let's say, if you weave labels, there will be some edges or some wasted parts that you don't need, and we will take them out, sort them by colors, and we will use them for our for many purposes. For example, on the right, we have a very nice. This is actually very recent. We just got the images, say, last week, and I'm excited. I haven't seen them on hands yet, but they are a great development. So on each pair, so each side of the sneaker, we have 4 pockets each. So 2 on each side. So let me go back here. We have two pockets on each side and 2 up front, and then we inject their production waste fill into a double-sided jacquard pockets with recycled polyester yarn. Let me repeat that again. So we weave out 4 pockets of recycled polyester pockets. So they are, you can't really tell from here, but they are actually nice flat pockets, but it's got the whole, it's pocketed, so you can fill things inside. In this case, we decided to fill in with the production waste that, coming off from our jacquard looms. So every pocket is unique. Every pair of these sneakers will be unique, and of course they are entirely green. They are a great example of the current trend out there of recycling and using truly upcycling our own waste and materials. So of course these colors are selected for designers choosing, or we can even use your own production waste, for example, from labels or from this particular brand to be filled into your development. So here is another aspect of our green jacquard development, and of course it takes more than one dimension. Like in this case, we combine the recycled poly pockets with the trash, which creates a very nice and unique experience for the customers. So after telling you the kind of stuff we do, I would like to show you some of the production that we have worked with the brands. And once again, all these production they are not just samples. They are actually the products we have. Clients have launched that can be found on the markets, and these are just part of them. And we are more than happy to show you some more if you contact us, or we'll fill it in with the closest to your needs. And let's start with textile. Sorry, let me go back here. So we have 2 parts of our catalog products. One will be components. I'll explain that a little bit. So that's a various of things: webbings, labels, straps, you name it. And the other will be textile. let me start with textile, which is more exciting because it's bigger. Bigger is always better, isn't it? So first is upper. Once again, you can see here we have all kinds of custom yarns here. So on the let's look at the neon yellow one, since we were talking about the yellow one. So this one is consisting of, you know, it's our hairy yarns. So they are thicker, you know, flurry yarns to, you know, be woven with yellow yarns. So I'm not quite sure if this one is, you know, using recycled polyester, but it can be. Everything you see here and now on can be used with recycled polyester or other green yarns as an option. On the upper left, you can see here's a nice twisted yarn application. Of course, this is an upper. And on the upper right, we have a twisted yarn blended with black yarn, so it's creating very nice. I will show you, larger image later on. You know, if you email us, and we are very excited about this development. But let me just keep moving, and to show you the range that we have. Here is another pairs of our developments. On the left, here are some very nice, BHN developments. We have some raised graphics, engineer raised graphics to create. They are very textural to create a very nice uppers. Once again, we can use various of green yarns to achieve that. On the right, these are what we call photo weaving or full color weaving. So we, as you could, identify, these are actually, Star Wars sneakers. So we use our photo weaving techniques to weave out the full color version of these jacquard uppers. They're not printed, they're weaved, and it looks just great. And of course, we have various of different green options to work with it. Here is another pair that is labeled clearly. So we have chenille flocking. So these, I believe, are recycled. So these are chenille flocking yarns. So if you can see here, they are they look quite furry, right? It looks like animal skin. So it's not only got the looks, but it's got a very nice touch to it. So it's got this soft, raised, furry touch to it. And in this case, we have combined it with PET recycled polyester yarn to create a very nice effect. It's actually, matter of fact, it has a very good abrasion score on it. So moving on to next fun project we have here. So here is a brand collaboration with TV drama sneakers. So these are quite interesting. They are actually double-sided weaved. So they are 2 layers of the fabrics. From the photo down there, you can see before you do anything to it, it actually looks like denim-like. It's got the cotton touch to it because we use the flocking yarn here. And so since this is polyester, we can destroy it by many means. You can destroy it with scissors, and you can burn it a little bit. You can just cut it through, and once you cut through the first layer, and the second layer will show here. So in this case, this will be very blue denim, side of it. So this is actually a very great idea for user experience to DIY their own sneaker or patch or your bag or any kind of other interesting developments that we could come up together. And here's a nice pair of our development sneakers. Upper, once again, we are still in uppers here. Bear with me. So this is a sneaker of a NBA player. So this NBA player is quite interesting. He's a mixed race. So on the left, you can see this is to honor his African roots. So we are using engineered jacquard fabric. As you can see, it's very patterned. So it has a very nice structural effect to it. And on the right, you can see here comes our photo weaving technique. So this is to honor his mother's side culture. So you can see the sakura floral design here to show there's just such finesse to this footwear. I love it, and it's got it's one side each, right? So this is a great development that we have worked with. And moving on to some of our garment or fashion fabric development. So this is our we collaborated with this this designer called Justin Chow. He is actually the first Taiwanese designer to be on New York Fashion Week. So we collaborated with him last year, 2020, before the pandemic started, and we went to New York Fashion Week together. So here we work with him with the entire collection with our custom fabrics with him and his art inspiration. On the left, we can see again some flurry flocking yarns to create nice depth to it, and also we use twisted yarn to have this very nice visual effect to it. On the right, these, I'm not sure you can tell, but they are quite thick. These are also flocking. These are thicker yarns that we have. We intentionally make them really thick and large, and we engineer them to be intentionally frayed at some sections. So actually, of course, so you will see some strings or yarns, just hovering just on top of it. Of course, we can cut it out. The designer decides where to work with them, how to cut them, and so to create this very, very nice effect, very stitches, handmade, tailor, gourmet kind of feeling to it. Next page on the right is the same technique, same fabric. We work with him, and once again, very, very nice, very nicely composed. On the left, we are using sort of a photo weaving technique here. So very nice texture, very nice details to it. And of course, these are some other fashion applications. They can also be used with a lot of green innovations we have mentioned before. And here is this is our showpiece worn by our IT governor here in Taiwan, who's called Audrey. So this is a fantastic collaboration between us and Justin, and we always push to not only on the technical sides of innovations, but also on our design capacity to work with the best of the best. And year before that, we worked with Daniel Wong, who is another another Asian designer, but who is currently located in Taiwan. And we went to Milano Design Week together. We had an entire line of garments, showpieces to work with him. He is a wonderful, he's a print designer. So we have he usually for his collection, he prints them, right? Obviously, he prints them. And for this instance, we weave them out with our jacquard techniques. And here is another garment application, which we had a fashion show here down in Taiwan. So this one is actually you can't quite see here, but this is a green theme, fashion show where we were showcasing some, trash and garbage on the graphics with photo weaving. I will send you a photo if you email me. So moving on to other fabric applications. So once again, this is a Daniel Wong collaboration. Work with him. So these are some interior decor or premium home textile application. So we weave out some jacquard fabrics with, of course, Daniel's wonderful prints, and he has applied them on some pillows and some pads and some finishers, which is very textural, very, very nice. And this actually took place in Shangri-La, Taipei, and we had a wonderful exhibition together. And coming next is we work with this 5-star hotel in Taiwan, and we came out with a very nice themed room decoration, official collaboration, and we use some very nice, as you can see, some photo weaving kind of techniques to create a very premium, very luxurious home textile or interior decor. So here's where we wrap up our fabric application, and we have much more in our latest catalogs. So feel free to contact us, and we will show you. We would like to hear from you, and we can see how we can use different types of materials, green materials, to tell your stories. Moving on, so we were mentioning we have fabrics and we have components. So let's start with the really nice green components that we work with. So here is a nice Nike sneaker. So these are, some people call them trash shoes because they are very, they are very green in nature and they use recycled material not as well, but we have this very nice, once again, these are double-sided pocket woven. So they're not even labels, are they? They're kind of like accessories. So they are woven in double layered, and we have filled them with our recycled polyester. So to mention, the outer double layer pockets are woven by monofilaments. So very recycled, very green, and it has a very nice touch to this development. It can also be added to, let's say, garments or bags, and of course, wild kind of applications. And of course, we not only that, but we can do bigger pieces. So these are straps on the sneakers. So let me give you an idea of how it works. So on the left, here's a Nike strap. So on the very left of the strap, you can see little symbols, little logos. They were actually woven on. So from there, all the way to the right, with all the nice graphics and all the swoosh and everything, they were woven in one piece, right? So this is lightweight. These can be green again. These can be very durable and very high in abrasion, and it will be a nice showing point for any developments. It can be a nice jacket strap, or it could be a nice accessory to your, say, bags or other things. So on the right we have two more. These are actually both BH&M developments, so very textural, very pattern. We do very great with these kind of patterns. And here are some woven tons, or in this case they are more like webbings or pull tabs. So they are actually double-sided. So we usually see them printed, right? So we see our sneaker tabs printed. So in this case they were woven. So they were woven with great details, and they are also very high in strength to take on the jobs, and they work great, and they are vivid in colors. And I encourage you to we are more than happy to show you or send you some samples so you can see by themselves. So these are great alternatives and creative application of the jacquard webbings that we have. Not to mention we can make it green. And some more inspirational decorative labels. So as you can see, we have a wide range of things going on here. Let's take the Raptor one, shall we? So on the upper left, your side, we have a North. These are Nike NBA sneakers. So would you call these straps, or are they labels, or are they, how do you call them? It's very decorative, aren't they? So these are what we call jacquard components. So we can have crazy ideas of how to apply them on, and they can be laser cut into whatever shapes that we are desiring, and we can have them in many kind of different use, not just conventional use, but very interesting use. On the right of the top layer, you can see here is a LeBron James sneakers. So we have a center piece here. This is actually a very thick label because we want them to be very high in strength. So they are double-sided weaved, and so they were the lace. They were holding down the lace, and on top is actually a double-sided. You can flip them up. These are our ton labels. So I think in total 6 labels on the piece of this sneaker. So on the bottom you can see the neon orange sneaker, I think with like 10 labels on it. So decorative, of course, and we can make them really well with nice options of yarns and also fine details to create your stories. And Velcro is a recent hype that everybody is using to lighten up their developments. So on here you can see mostly sneakers. So these are actually our woven patches. Once again, we can make them green, very green. We can use, let's be creative here. Let's say we can use reflective yarns with let's say recycled polyester to make a nice patch, and we can back them with Velcro to be used on garments, backpacks or whatever development you are working on. So here's a wide range of them here on the photo. So in this page, you will see more complete sets of, so the components or decorative labels here. They are Velcro patches. Most of them are woven patches, but we also executed the embroidery patches up here. But all the woven patches, they are, embroidered on the border. So they are very nice, and you can, once again, these kind of DIY do-it-yourself create a wonderful customer experience with your developments. They can be used on bags, and you can customize 10, 20 of your own green patches, and they can apply them on themselves. So make them theirs. And here are some nice details. So we have really, these are just to show you some of the fine details we have on our logos. So now, of course, not just logos, for any text or designs or graphics that you might have for your design. And here are some hairy logo. These are not embroidered. These are actually using our flurry yarns to make a woven patch, and we embroider on the outside. So it creates a dimensional effect, and of course, it's got a nice touch to it. Very, very, very interesting. And of course, per mentioned, we have some embroidery logos. We work with them, and here are just some samples to it. So we have different, they are of course customized, and we can laser cut them to whatever shape, and they can be iron on or in different kind of finishings. And we also do printed stuff. But here is a nice, nice inspirational piece to share with you. So here is a branded development. This is kind of like a hand tag, but this is very limited. Let me warn you, because I didn't get my hands on one. They were using our high premium woven edge satin, which we are the largest manufacturer here in Taiwan. They are usually used for ribbons and printed labels or care label and so on and so forth. And we print them with special kind of print, and we finish them in hand tags. So it really adds on to this footwear and create a nice story to sell these kind of products. And here is another combining two techniques into one development. So here you can see this very nice gold metallic woven. It's actually woven into a fabric, ton fabric first. We laser cut them, and then we embroider onto them. So they are both very delicate in the fabric and has very nice and rich details for the dragon. So a wonderful development again. And this is to showcase before, not only we can use these on sneakers or footwear or garments. Here is what we have used on consumer electronics. So here are very nice labels. I know you cannot see very well, but these are actually the double-sided woven labels. They are used on motherboards in this case, and also on a AI speaker. So this was actually my client, and so the application is endless. We can use them anywhere. And in this instance, because they were used on electronics, so we have tested ROHS free. So we are ready to take on any kind of challenges and any kind of creative developments with you, no matter what kind of products you are working on. And we can always use our, customized, techniques to help you to achieve a nice textural details to add some, flair to your product. And thank you for, tuning until now. And of course, at the end, I would like to just showcase some of our, company info. So of course, we have various quality assurance. Here we have ISO, and we have Ocotex, and we have GRS for recycle contents, which we have mentioned many times before. And we just had to show it, right? We have here are some more ISO certificates and RGR certificates. And aside from making green products, we are also very keen on having a green production facility ourselves too. So here's just a demonstration of our solar panel, which we have installed on our factory rooftop. So let me go to the next page. So we can renew, reduce, and monitor the energy that we have claimed from solar, and we can use it for our production. So I find this is a very nice cycle of making green products and try to improve our production cycles in being green. And of course, we're trying to always try to find better solutions to minimize waste and provide better solution in this era to have nicer, greener solutions for our customers. So thank you for staying till the end. And once again, we are so happy that you are tuning into our presentation. And we would like to hear from you if you have any questions. And we are online for our TITAS, so feel free to come to our booth, virtual booth, and send us an email if you have any questions. And we're more than happy to answer your questions or send you a digital catalogs or some samples that might help you. So have a great day, and I will see you guys then. See ya.